Good morning, Beehive. How are you doing? It is me, Lauren B. Welcome to the Untitled Tarot. We're going to do collective coffee today. I feel it. I feel it in my spirit. Daily energy today, right now. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. If you missed out on Sunday service, you didn't because I didn't post it yesterday. Sunday service is going to be a Monday service because church is every day, baby. So that's going to come out later today. So we haven't done this in a while. So if you're not familiar with the collective coffee, it's the daily bread, baby. So what we do is we just pull a couple cards for each element, fire, water, air, earth, perhaps not in that order. We'll see. Sometimes you guys duke it out for the order. We're gonna see what energy you're sitting in, what the advice is, and then we're gonna pull out a little bird card for you because everybody loves the birds. And I love the birds too. So get yourself a coffee, get yourself a tea. If you're in the Southern Hemisphere, wine, nightcap, whatever it may be. So we're gonna use the Rider-Waite Tarot, the old traditional. That's what we're gonna do. Come have a seat, come climb into this honeycomb. I'm gonna see what the good Lord has for us today. Thank you, Father God, for bringing in these messages for the Beehive. In Jesus' name, we thank you. Yes. Fire, you wanna go. You're feeling fiery today. You know, before we even get into this, I'm hearing up against the wall. That's the general energy that I'm feeling today, is up against the wall, backs against the wall. So there is a feeling that collectively we are backed into a corner, perhaps. Like a week and a half ago when I did the weeklies, it was really like that new level sort of energy, everybody kind of like leveling up a little bit. And then since then, we've really been dealing with the like new devil energy that kind of comes with that. So I know everybody's kind of been going through the motions a little bit, but when I'm hearing like backs against the wall, there is that energy of feeling a little bit cornered, right? But I keep getting like the 7 of Cups in my head, like options. There are options in which to navigate that. But with the back against the wall, I'm more hearing that as like a term of advice. Back against the wall. It's like when you're in a fight, baby bees, when you are in a fight, what is the best place to be? Up against a wall, right? Because your back is covered. It's remembering that one, God always has our back, your angels, your guides, your spiritual support team, your back is always covered. But to put your back against the wall, because then nothing can sneak up on you, right? You have the advantage because with nothing being able to sneak up on you, you now have a full view of everything that's around you, everything that's coming at you. To smarter, not harder. Instead of ducking and doing, no. Backs against the wall, baby bees. Stand tall, stand firm today. So, we'll do one more shuffle. Fire signs. Let's see what's going on for you for the day. Got a bird card, see what your advice is. Okay. All right, one little card flipped out, star on its side. So when cards come out on their side for me, as a reader, that usually indicates that there's like a bit of a free will choice involved. So the star is something that you want. There's been something that you've really been wanting, fire signs that you've really been working for lately. And I can see today is a day that you're really questioning yourself of whether or not you want to keep this star, this twinkle in your eye. Is it really worth all the effort? Is it really worth all the trouble to kind of pluck this out of the sky and like put it in my pocket, never let it fall away? Or should I just let it burn out like a shooting star, something that was seasonal in this cycle, and now we're moving into a new season and I should just let it go past? That's sort of the energy that you're sitting in today. Ha ha, ha ha, fire signs. 2 of Cups in reverse. You want to talk to Mama B? You want to talk to me about this? Your star, trying to decide, 2 of Cups doesn't always have to be romantic. It could just be some kind of union, something, a project, soul tribe, family, friendship that like really kind of pulls on the inner you. But oftentimes it is romantic. So you're in a position today where you're really trying to decide, like, is this relationship, romantic, family, familiar, is it worth it? Should I just let this fizzle out? Should I just leave it alone? I want to get one more. Knight of Pentacles on its side. A lot of free will choice, fire babies, a lot of free will choice. So the Knights bring messages. Yes? Very good. Pentacles is something solid. It's something foundational. It's something tangible. Slowest moving Knight in the deck. But this is a Knight that always gets what he wants because he's intentional in what he's doing. So the advice here is you're never really going to know, fire signs, if this is a star worth keeping or if it's a star that will fizzle out, unless you move, you speak with intention. You put real time, you put real effort, you put real commitment into this. Now, that does not mean overextend yourself today. That does not mean overpour yourself today. Pentacles also means practicality, right? Don't pour from a dry cup. Make sure you're good. Make sure your energy is aligned. You feel yourself getting a little weird and squirrely, pull it back into the center for yourself today. That is good advice, but also know if you want something to work, you have to put your thing down, flip it, and reverse it. All three of them, yes? Very good. So, Earth signs. Earth signs, 7 of Cups. What did I say? What did I say? All right, examining our options. Taurus. Ooh, Taurus. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, it's for all the Earth signs, not just Taurus. I just got done talking to my sister, so maybe she's trying to pop in. She's trying to pop in here. Okay. Oh, Lord in heaven. Oh, Lord in heaven. Okay, so first thing I always like to preface by the 7 of Cups is yes, the 7 of Cups is about examining your options. Aye. However, part of the reason why you're examining your options is because you're not super pleased with the options that you have available to you currently. Now, you have this followed up by the 7 of Wands, and you have it followed up by the 5 of Wands. 775. 775. So those could be numbers, 577, 775, that you could be seeing today. My nose is starting to itch, so that could be something for you. So this 5 of Wands, this is ego battles, pettiness, social conflict, right? It isn't necessarily so much a battle of the minds like the 5 of Swords would be, because it's Wands energy. It's fire, trigger moments, ego, social conflict, social ladder, all that kind of stuff. But with the 7 of Wands over here, it almost appears as though you're in an energy today where you're trying to separate yourself from the group. You're in an energy where you're trying to create a certain amount of distance. But the thing is that you're also kind of standing between two different worlds, right? Almost like two different timelines. It's almost like there's a river, like the ground is sort of separating, and it's like sooner or later, you're gonna have to stick a foot on one side or the other. And one side, you will have company. You will have company, yes? But on the other side, you will be a little on your own, even though we're never actually on our own, yes? So it is this idea of like whether or not today you're really trying to figure out, is it worth it to keep playing these games with other people? Industry games, ego games, social games, all of that stuff. Or is it better to go it on your own? That is part of the options that you're trying to decide. Will I actually have more options? Will I have more opportunity? Will I have more prosperity on the other side of the grass? Is the grass greener on the other side? Or should I stay over here and try and water the grass that I'm on? But if there is all of this going on over here on the other side of the timeline for you, the other lily pad, as I always like to say, it's hard to water grass when people are trampling. I was going to say stomping, but trampling. I almost said stampling, which is not a word. But when people are trampling all over it. Food for thought. Food for thought, Earth signs. Water. What's going on with you, my water babies? Ace of Pentacles. Okay. A seed, an opportunity, a beginning, something to plant, something to water, something to grow and nurture. Something that has tangible results. I'm also very drawn to this, almost like it's not a doorway. What is it called? they have these at like weddings. Do you know what I mean? Oh, somebody's gonna educate me in the comments and tell me what this is. But there's a mountain on the other side too. Bridge to the other side. Bridge to Terabithia. Okay. Okay. The moon in reverse. So there's something that you're working on, water signs. And you know that it's going to lead to stability. You know it's going to be a bridge to the other side. You know in the long term, in the long run, it's going to be stable. It's going to provide foundation. It's going to provide shade for generations. Oh, you have a lot of cards flipping out. Okay. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. So you have the Knight of Swords in reverse and you have the Three of Cups upright. So this is what's interesting to me, right? So the moon in reverse is having clarity, right? I'm also getting like Hangman in reverse right now, like making a decision, having clarity, knowing that whatever this Ace of Pentacles, the seed is for you, that it is going to provide long-term benefits for you. And with this thing over here, what is it called? With this thing right here, it's like I said, it reminds me of like a wedding, something that's like a union of your parts, like a union between your ability to physically do things and creatively, spiritually, like pull in your guidance, right? It's like a union of your natural and spiritual parts in order to like create gold, if that makes any sense. And like, you know that this has potential, but the Knight of Swords brings truthful messages, right? So even though you know, you're not saying anything about it. And this Three of Cups, one, it feels like, you know, like you are going to be able to celebrate, but it feels like you're in an energy that, you know, as you embark on this project, this relationship, this creative endeavor, this assignment from God, this upgrade, whatever it is for you, yeah, that you know you're gonna have to celebrate a little bit in quiet. It's a little bit of like a hush hush energy, but also this also feels like separate energy as well. Like there are people, places, and things around you that they're busy, they're occupied, they're having a good time, they're being social, they're celebrating, clink clink, drink drink, whatever it may be, and you're not saying jack shit about it. I think you are of like it feels like you are of a sound mind today, that it's like you're gonna work silently. You know what this is, and so it's almost like you know how big this is going to be for you. And it's in it because look, this Knight is literally moving in the same direction of these people, right? I'm almost getting like a spider pig, like walking on the ceiling, right? Like kind of moving past these people, like, but from like an elevated, because you've jumped a timeline in order to make this happen. Yet you had to do a lot of self-work. You had to do a lot. You had a lot of time in the prayer closet, water signs, in order to do this. So it's almost like you're using the opportunity, it feels like today, while other people are distracted, busy, drinking, celebrating, being social, just kind of in the daily grind of the Instagram life, right? Well, they're busy doing that. You're like very quietly, like tucking your truth in your pocket with your little Ace of Pentacles and just like moving very quietly past them. It's almost like you don't want them to notice it. You don't want them to notice it. I think because you, water signs are very, very, very intuitive. So I think it's almost like you don't want anyone to project onto whatever it is that you're doing. What did I say about the Hangman? He came out in reverse, but he kind of wants to flip up a little bit on its side, which means that like you're a little bit not sure, like, because you are really excited about it. So it's almost like you do want to share your good news, or like, I have a really good idea, I have a good plan, I think this is really gonna work out. But there's also like that thing inside of you today, water babies, where you're like, maybe I should just keep my big mouth shut. Like maybe, like, I don't know if I can really trust these people. Like, I don't know if they're really gonna be happy for me. Like maybe I'll just let them, I'll go work while they're just busy over there dicking around. It's that kind of energy. Ooh, that went to a lot of places, Laura. Went to a lot of places. Maybe that's you. Maybe you're going to in a lot of places. Air signs. Air signs. King of Swords, here you are. You're like, I'm here. I'm ready. I've been waiting. I just got through 3 signs and I'm waiting now. Okay, I'll take this one. Okay. You see my face? Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Excuse me. It's early. I haven't had enough coffee yet. Hold, please, for production. All right. Alrighty then. So, like I said, air signs, you're showing up in full force. You're showing up in your full energy. Aries, Gemini, and Libra. Here you are. Very strong, being very logical, being very discerning. Also with your sword up and not down, saying that your back is against the wall and you're looking around and you're like, you're peeping. You're peeping. And then you have it followed up by this King of Wands in reverse. So that tells me that you're using more of your logic than you are your passions, your ego, kind of thing. This also does feel a little bit like a separate energy. Like perhaps there is someone, okay. King of Wands, I'm like, I don't want to say that. King of Wands in reverse can also be a little bit of a philanderer, a little bit of a playa. Somebody that sort of is like a big boss applesauce, but at the same time, remember, all energies can be flipped in reverse. However, it's kind of like a big boss applesauce, but like things with the wrong hemisphere can be motivated by the wrong hemisphere. That could also just be ego, pride, all of that kind of stuff. And it feels a little bit like a head-to-head. This could be you coming up against this energy within yourself, trying to operate, plan, protect, defend, move forward from a higher perspective and not from your more baser of natures. But this could also be an actual separate energy to you, that it's almost like I'm getting like a no new friends, or like ain't nobody got time for that. No funny business. That's what it is. No funny business. Like if this is a separate energy to you, air signs today, that seems to be coming forward, coming at you a little bit the wrong way, right? They got a lot of plans, big boss applesauce, but not bringing enough emotion, water, not bringing enough stability, earth, not bringing enough logic, swords. It's no funny business over here. Like nothing's getting past you today, air signs. And then you have this Knight of Wands in reverse, and you have the Knight of Cups in reverse too, which is really interesting because it fell out with the Knight of Cups in reverse underneath you, and the Knight of Wands in reverse followed up underneath the King of Wands in reverse. So I'm getting just like, I'm getting the impression today, air signs, that it does feel like a separate energy from you. If it is an energy within you, then cool. It does feel separate. That whoever this person, place, institution, boss, whatever it is for you, not only is there intentions are not coming, like I said, from the right hemisphere, messages might not be coming from the right hemisphere either. Like this could be somebody that's like coming forward with you today with like super casual talk, like acting like everything's cool between you guys, everything's cool, flirty, like whatever it may be. But meanwhile, you got this Page of Cups and you're like, no love. I have no love for that crap right now. You're like, that doesn't make sense to me. My back's against the wall. I'm peeping that you perhaps are not on the right side of Jesus today. And so therefore, you get no love. You get no milk. You get no honey. You get nothing from me today. Not today, maybe tomorrow, but not today. You could be dealing with a fire sign or somebody that has like a heavy fire placement in their chart. And you have the Eight of Swords in reverse, which means that it's like, you're not tying yourself up to this situation. And what's interesting, okay, is that it fell out in between the both of you, which means that whoever this King of Wands, Knight of Wands energy is, they don't want to be tied up. And because they don't want to be tied up, because you do have the Three of Wands, which is a collaborative, community cooperation sort of card as well, because they don't want to be tied up, right? Perhaps acting on the wrong side of Jesus, working out of the wrong hemisphere. You, therefore, are untying yourself from a situation where you were moving forward in a Cups energy. And now, realizing that, are now sitting strong in your own energy, empowered with your sword up, your logic on, and your crown on tight. So, yeah, 9 of Cups under that. 9 of Cups in reverse under that. Because you know you're not going to get your wish fulfillment in this situation the way this person's coming at you. They're coming at you all kinds of wrong. All kinds of wrong. And you're not having it for 1 minute. My rising is a Libra, so I feel that. I feel that. I do. I do. So let's get a bird card for everyone. Let's get a little advice. Let's get a little advice. Let's get all these cards off my desk. This is from the Divine Feather Messenger deck. You guys love this deck. I love this deck so much too. It is like my sweet baby. I just did the whole entire Pisces read with just this deck, which was really fun. Just really fun. I feel like this deck is like my baby. Like I just want to like love it and like tuck it in at night. Like it is just so sweet and affirming and like positive. I love it. All right. Birdies, sing for mama. Thank you, Jesus, for these messages today. They were colorful, they were insightful, and they were very interesting. So the entertainment factor was on point today. Thank you. Mighty Jesus. Another one? I was like, another one? I was like, nothing's coming out. They're like, 3rd time's a charm. The grouse. Embrace the power of dance and movement to access your highest guidance. This came out in the Pisces read. This did come out in the Pisces read. Book. I told you that water reading was a little bit, I was like, whoa. Child. Grouse. Grouse is a large game bird that is closely linked to sacred dance and higher mind states. This feather messenger is a powerful symbol of the sacred spiral and the path inward. The Sufis use this form of whirling movement as a way to connect to higher levels of consciousness and higher guidance. Sacred dance has been a part of every society throughout the world. The dances very often represent the union of the divine masculine and feminine. This feather can signify our own need to integrate and balance masculine and feminine energies. The grouse spirals, whirls as the divine messenger of movement. Dance the sacred dance as an intention to reclaim and connect to your highest guidance. The dance can take the form of free flow movement, yoga, kirtan, or any other rhythmic practice that allows you to go into a meditative state. It is here in this sacred place of stillness, surrounded by movement, that we can connect more fully. A new flow of energy brought in by any inspired movement will support the process. The energies of this bird are movement, stillness, and life cycle. Its season is spring. Its element is earth and air. Its color is black, white, and brown. And the affirmation is, I seek and open to the unique sacred spiral within me. So I think there is something to note here, my loves, that with our backs against the wall, right, in that kind of defensive state today, it's like I said in the beginning, that part of faith is knowing and standing strong and firm in the knowledge, in the truth that God has your back. Your angels, your guides, your spiritual support team, Jesus, everybody's got your back. So you can, if you feel guided to, step off the wall a little bit, shimmy it out a little bit. Sometimes when we stand too firm, right, then we get weird expectations, we get paranoid, we get in our head, and we create stagnation in our energy. Sometimes the best way, especially if you feel like you're like holding on to or being intercepted by negative energy, movement. Also, water. Drink some more water. You're all dehydrated. I feel it. But create that movement. It gets it out. It gets it out a little bit faster. Yes? Very good. Very good. So, thank you guys for joining me this morning for Collective Coffee. It's all daily bread, y'all. We praise and thank the mighty Lord for giving us these messages today. If you are interested in daily energy messages for all of the signs, all 12 of y'all, I'm going to do that right now on the Patreon. So the link for that is down below. All of your individual monthlies are on the Patreon, linked below. Pisces, Sagittarius, Gemini, your videos are out right now. I believe Cancer and Capricorn, your videos come out today. All of my decks are linked in the description box. My email for personals, which are open, also in the description box. And my social media links for like my Instagram and my Twitter, even though Twitter is an ungodly place. So that was that. I love you guys very, very much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for spending the morning with me. I love you. Thank you for the subscriptions and the likes and the comments. I love you guys 8 days a week. And I will see you very soon. Goodbye.